Hi, my name's Austin or Belmont Anderson, and I'm going to be talking about Charity Water, a nonprofit organization, the social issue that they recognize and the innovation that they came up with. The social issue is, in general, access to clean water. The global water crisis, it affects over 700 million people who lack access to clean and safe drinking water, like me and you probably have access to. And this scarcity of clean water contributes to widespread health problems, educational disruptions to the children, and economic hardship for the communities, and particularly for women and children who end up spending hours every day collecting water instead of being in school and educating themselves. And the source is Stanford. The social innovation that Charity Water introduces is using advanced technology in these water projects. Now, water projects are very common. A lot of nonprofit organizations and other organizations are doing these water projects, but using this technology has transformed the way that these water projects are being implemented. And but they combine technology, data transparency, and involving the community to transform these water projects, how they're installed and sustained after installation. Some of their key innovations include using GPS mapping to locate exactly where the water points are. And this allows water or charity water and the donors and communities to verify where every funded project is built and ensure that the communities in need are accurately reached with the clean water. Remote sensors are installed on water systems to monitor water flow in real time. And this is probably the biggest innovation to this sector that Charity Water has come up with is these remote sensors help detect breakdowns or decrease usage so that repairs can be made quickly and minimizes the downtime, which is crucial when it comes to clean water for these communities. And these sensors are called LOT devices, and they transmit data automatically via satellite or cellular, which allows the organization to track performance regardless of where the project took place. And because the majority of these projects are in remote and rural locations, this transparency in data is extremely important. The speed of which they're receiving the data is important to minimize that downtime, like we mentioned before. And there's live dashboards, there's public reporting that shows exactly where the donations are being used and creates a culture of trust and accountability between the organization, the donors, and the communities being served. And the source is Cisco. Now, the social impact is, in a couple of words, sustainability and reliability. And the water projects that Charity Water installs, they continue to serve communities reliably years after they're installed. It has been a major problem of other organizations is maintaining and making systems that are reliable for these communities. And by integrating the local community, training them, and allowing them to learn the maintenance programs, they empower the residents with the knowledge and tools and the experience to manage and repair their own water systems, their own infrastructure. And this approach has led to lasting improvements in public health, education, and economic opportunity. And access to clean water, it reduces the spread of waterborne diseases, other diseases that come from lack of drinking water. It increases school attendance, especially among girls, by freeing children from daily water collection duties, and it enables families to focus on income-generating activities with the time that they save and providing more opportunities for people who learn to manage these systems. Now, there have been some accomplishments and struggles learned from this social innovation. A significant challenge for Charity Water and the social innovation that they came up with was ensuring the long-term reliability of water systems, which is a widespread issue in this sector among other organizations that do water projects, where many projects historically have failed because of poor maintenance. And poor maintenance could come from a lack of local capacity when the community isn't equipped with the knowledge and the tools to be able to maintain these systems themselves. It leads to systems that no longer work. And so in the early stages, sustaining water points after installation proved to be very difficult, and this threatened the safety of the communities, the trust of the communities, and the lasting impact of the innovation. But to speak to the accomplishments, the results speak for themselves. there's over 110,000 completed water projects, which has given millions of people access to clean water. And this model that Charity Water has come up with proves that the social innovation can overcome the struggles of the past and the previous barriers that they had. Um, and the source is Charity Water. Some recommendations to improve the social innovation is I'm going to harp on this a lot, but increasing the investment in the local capacity, helping them to be equipped, to have the knowledge to be able to support these systems. And so developing stronger community-led maintenance frameworks and a system support will ensure that these systems are resilient for the long haul. And expanding partnerships with local organizations can increase their buy-in, how much that they care about these systems, and make them run by themselves. It'll also improve accountability and responsiveness with people who are there on the scene working on these systems. The last thing is a little bit different, but building a unified digital platform, which would be accessible to everybody, the stakeholders, the local leaders, everybody that's involved in these projects. It'll improve transparency, it'll promote collaboration and enable communities to learn from successful projects in other places and to learn from the mistakes of other projects in other places. And lastly, to scale the social innovation, local management teams need to learn more. This is kind of the same point as last, but by gradually delegating the responsibilities, this allows communities to take ownership of the water system themselves and doesn't force Charity Water to take on those responsibilities, and they could then focus on starting new ones. And so they should also form strategic partnerships with governments and NGOs. They could receive help by aligning policies, zoning barriers, whatever it may be, secure funding. It's going to help streamline implementation across different regions. And the last thing Charity Water should do is just expand operations, find more communities in need, produce more LOT devices, and fund more water projects as they have done in the past. And that is Charity Water.